Welcome back, everybody. My name is Kieran, and for today's video, I want to share with you my vision for this YouTube channel and moreover just my life in general. That vision stems from the concepts in this book called Antifragile by Nicholas Nassim Taleb. The point he makes in this book is that you want to be anti-fragile. What does it mean to be anti-fragile? So you have fragile, things that come in boxes that say handle with care, that can break easily, that don't want to be shaken or disturbed. And then you have something in the middle that's resilient or robust, where not going to benefit, but also not going to be harmed by disaster or chaos or things of that nature. And then at the under, holy shit. And then you have things that are anti-fragile, things that want to be mishandled or kicked about or thrown around, that will gain from being in chaotic situations. Another way to think about things that are fragile or anti-fragile is in terms of what they can gain or what they have to lose. Things that are fragile, take a glass for example. If you throw it on the ground and smash it into a million pieces, has unlimited downside with limited upside. It stays intact. On the other hand, things that are anti-fragile have limited downside, but unlimited upside. Think about an author or a musician. The author has to incur some costs to write their book and get it published, and they have the potential to sell millions and millions of copies. Same thing with an artist. You pay someone to help you, you pay an engineer to help you record, and your song's a hit, and you sell, it goes triple platinum. You could argue that making YouTube videos or being a YouTuber can put you in that anti-fragile category, because you have the same limited downside of, you get 10 views and no one watches your videos. No big deal, no harm, no foul. But if people like what you're making, then you have this crazy upside to grow into a really big channel. This continuum of fragileness extends to every part of society, every part of your life, whether it's your health, your finances, your relationships, everything. There are two examples I want to talk about where situations you might find yourself in, maybe, where you're doing something and you're unaware of the hidden risks. First one would be steroid use. You feel great, you're taking steroids, and you're gaining muscles, you're getting bigger, people are liking you more, and all the while, you have these hidden risks that you're not accounting for. Your blood pressure, your cholesterol, so on and so forth. And so that would put you in the category of fragile. You are not going to benefit from those hidden risks or any tumultuous situations you could find yourself in. You're only going to do yourself more harm. The other one would be in the stock market. You might have some calls out there, or you might be invested in some really big companies that are pushing that could be considered speculative. And every day, you slowly see your money increasing, 1% here, 2% here, while you have these hidden risks of possibly being in a bubble. That would also put you in the fragile category, because you are unaware of the hidden risks, and you only stand to lose based on those hidden risks. So for the health one, or the steroids one, I don't know if it's actually possible for you individually to become anti-fragile, because at some point we're all going to expire. However, you could help the future humans or future generations by passing on superior genes that maybe have some mutation that allows us to adapt to whatever future environment we find ourselves in. As far as the finance one, anti-fragile could be put options against the stock market during times of distress or chaotic events, a pandemic or something crazy going on, a war, where you stand to benefit from the chaos that's ensuing. It sounds kind of grim, you benefiting when there's bad things going on. That's just the reality. Long story short, I want to be as anti-fragile as possible within my means. The next thing I want to talk about is these two realms that the author says that everything happens in. You're either in one, mediocristan, or two, extremistan. For me personally, I want to live more in extremistan. In extremistan, there are things like more creative pursuits, entrepreneurship. In mediocristan, there are more things that are consistent, being a cab driver, owning a bakery, being a Navy engineer. And so with this YouTube channel, I want to try to make that shift in my life and in my work over to Extremistan. I want to work on inventing things. I want to work on applications, on apps, on software. Those are the things that I like. Those are the things that get me going. And they just appeal to me overall more. I don't know what else to say. Having said all that, what I want to do for the YouTube channel is record that process. Record me trying to go from Mediocristan over to Extremistan. Trying to trade in the life I have now for a life that I want to have. Wow, that was a big brain thing. But yeah, I want to start my own business. I want to explore my own things. I want to try to invent, new technology. It's hard to do that when your 9 to 5 involves you following orders day in and day out. It's almost impossible. Now, I can't immediately make that changeover. I can't just up and quit my job. I don't have $1 million in savings. And so I'm trying to transition from one to the next. That involves using my free time on the weekends and the evenings, getting the ball rolling. And so this is one of the big reasons why I'm not drinking alcohol anymore, is because my time on the weekends is that much more precious. Rarely drink in the evenings during the week, every now and then, but now that I'm not drinking, I just have that much more time, I sleep that much more better, so on and so forth. So my plan is to do these daily vlogs, semi-daily, most of the days, and show what I'm doing, step by step or in big chunks of how I'm transitioning from Mediocristan to Extremistan, or from fragile to anti-fragile, whether it's with my health, my finances, my work pursuits, my relationships, everything. And let me know if you guys like that. Let me know. Drop some comments. Thumbs down the video. Please, I need feedback. That's what I'm craving right now. If you think these videos suck, say they fucking suck, so I can learn. I want real world feedback. That's the other thing. As I'm making these transitions, I want to get out in the real world, out of my room, and see or test myself and see what people are saying and get feedback from people in real life. I'm working on this Bluetooth device. I want to make it as quickly as possible, go out in the street, hand it to somebody and say, hey, would you use this? Do you like this? Does it look cool? Is it too expensive? That's all I'm trying to do. I'm trying to do that with everything. So yeah, thumbs down the video if it sucks, please. So that's the big vision, right? Fragile to anti-fragile, Mediocristan to Extremistan. Show you guys what I'm doing, how it's done, and maybe you can take something that I'm doing, apply it to your life, however big, however small, who cares? I want you guys to be great. I want to be great. I want you guys to be great. Let's do it.